Hey, my name is Bruce, and I want to do a video here on the WaterDrop N1 RO countertop filtration system. What prompted me to do this video is when I was looking to buy an RO system, I couldn't find any videos anywhere on this particular unit. It turns out it's a pretty new unit from WaterDrop, and so I thought I would do a little video just so everyone out there can get a look at it, and maybe if you're interested, you know, you could find this video helpful. Okay, I just got my WaterDrop N1 Reverse Osmosis Countertop Water Purification System. Gonna go ahead and see what we got in the box here. And it looks like it's really well packed. They sent it in another cardboard box that this came out of. I can see we have our two filters here. Let's see what we got. So, okay, CF. I guess that's the, let's see, what does it say? RO system N1. Sediment and carbon block filter. All right. And this should be our reverse osmosis membrane filter. And let's take a look here. And sure enough, that is our reverse osmosis membrane filter. Cool. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take this baby out of the box and see what it looks like. After taking the unit out, I can just see that we have a little water tray there. Okay, so there we got the, looks like we have some instructions on the side of the unit. It's all covered in plastic, and we have a manual here for the unit. And I'm not sure how comprehensive the manual is yet, but we shall see. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty good manual. Gives all the steps, all the codes, pretty much everything you need to know here, I think. Alright, so there's the side of the unit, and there's the water container in the back. We got some tape we got to remove here. Go ahead and get that off. And we have some packing material on the front. Kind of hard to see the display, but it says WaterDrop. Here's our 130 ml reservoir. Well, just plugged it in. It's got water. It's got the cartridges. Certainly doing something. You can see the water going down, down, down. So it must be filling up those cartridges. Cool. Okay, now it's doing its flush. See how that goes. Just in case I didn't show y'all how this thing works here, the top comes up. There is a handle, and you can very easily just pull out and remove that water system, and you can bring it to the sink and dump it and refill it. I like to use my vegetable sprayer to do that, and then this little flap here is a cover that if you pull it forward, it lets you get to your two filters. So here's my carbon block filter, and here's my MRO filter. So the life that these have, you're supposed to replace the carbon filter every 6 months, and the MRO filter approximately every 1.5 years. So it's just a real simple twist and pull, and the whole filter comes out. So it's very easy to do, and it automatically goes through a flushing process when you first install new filters. So it comes with these filters. So I ordered another carbon block to last me for, after the first 6 months. The price of that was only about $25. So it's not a whole lot more expensive than what you would pay for like a Brita filter because I would go through a couple of those to get me through 6 months. So, and just in case I didn't show you, the water tray here has a little lid that comes off very quickly and easily, and you can just pull this tray out and go ahead and dump any water in the sink. It doesn't leak. The only reason why there's water in there is I had been doing some testing and let some of it go into the bottom there. But it has not been leaking at all, and I'm really happy about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the crazy lighting, but what I'm showing here is a TDS meter that I bought. You can get something like this for about $15 on Amazon, and it's able to give you a reading of the total dissolved solids in your water. And so if I go ahead and put this in the water, I can see it shows a reading of 27. So sometimes the reading is a little bit different than what the reading on the display might show, but you can see it's green. If this were regular tap water, we would see that it's going to be a lot higher and it will be red, and I'll go ahead and show you that in a second here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and actually fill up some water from the tap here, and we're going to take my TDS reading and put it in, and you can see it turned red, and it's reading 118. Now when it comes to efficiency, you might say, well, you know, if it's 118 going in, you would maybe expect it to be maybe 11 or 12 coming out. Why is it higher than that? The reason why is the water that's inside the reservoir here gets concentrated, as I said, and the lower that the volume gets, the more concentrated it gets. So let me go ahead and just stick my meter into the reservoir here and see what kind of a number I get on the reading of this concentrated water. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'm getting 297. So because the water is quite concentrated right now, being 297 on that readout, it's definitely at a point where it's getting very close to being dumped. So actually, when it comes to the efficiency, we would expect the readout to be somewhere around 29. And the reason why we're getting 22 here is because there is that internal tank, and there is a delay before the water that's, you know, over here goes through the RO system into that internal tank. But nonetheless, I have found that at all times, no matter how concentrated the water has gotten, it's always been less than 30. It's always been like maybe in the 20s. And then when you put fresh water in, and after it's actually been flushed properly, you're going to notice that it's going to be as low as maybe 17 with my water. Of course, it's going to vary depending on the water that you have. Okay, so depending on the water hardness that you have to start with is going to depend a lot with what the actual readout on the RO system is going to be. So when you're looking at a meter like this and you're looking at the total dissolved solids, you need to remember a couple things. One is that the water inside that tank slowly gets concentrated as the level goes down, and as it becomes more concentrate, you know, the filter efficiency has to adjust to that. So you may see a number on your display that's a little bit higher than you might see on a RO system that's flushing everything down the drain. But it doesn't mean that it's not working and doing its job. Anything underneath a reading of 30 is actually very, very good. So you can definitely be assured that this is giving you clean, quality water, and the taste is unbelievable. I make my coffee with this stuff every morning, and I drink it every night, and You can put it in a CPAP machine instead of buying distilled water. Can save you money in the long run, and it's really very good water. And because the minerals are all removed, you don't have to worry about it fouling up your coffee maker with calcium and magnesium deposits and things like that. You can also be assured that 100% of the chlorine, or at least I could say like 99 point whatever percent of the chlorine is removed from this, as it's highly efficient. An RO membrane is like 0.0001 micron, so it filters at a molecular level as opposed to a normal conventional filtration system. It's really been nice. I'm really happy with it, and I highly recommend it. And if you get it on sale, you can get it for under $300.